But are you seeing the world through ruchaniut, through ruach, through spiritual eyes? Or are you just seeing the world through everyday life? So that's what we want to be trying to tap into. And this is what this week's Parsha is all about. This is what Bilam is all about. Bilam is said to, he only had one eye. And Pirkei Avot, I should have printed out the Pirkei Avot, I don't have one with me, but Pirkei Avot compares Bilam and Avraham. And it says there are three traits of the Talmidav Shel Avram, 3 traits of Avram and his students, and 3 traits of Bilam is the opposite. And one of them, the first one is, Avram has an ayin tov. An ayin tov, which means he sees good in everyone, he sees good in everything. Everything that might be seen as a curse, he really sees it as a blessing. It might be difficult, but I'm seeing godliness, I'm seeing the good in everything. Yira, we know, Yira means to see. So how do I see the world? Am I looking through God eyes? Or am I looking through ego, and God forbid, even evil eyes? Bilam, ayin ra, bad eye. Sees bad, sees ego, sees negativity, wants to curse people, doesn't want to bless people. So that's one of the other ones are humility, and there are, well, again, we could learn that Pirkei Avot together. But Avram has a good eye, Bilam has a bad eye. And I was actually just speaking to someone now, and he does a podcast about ADHD. And he asked me to be on his podcast because he has ADHD. I think everyone has a low level of, thoughts jumping around the whole place. And he said it's very difficult for people with ADHD to daven, and Shabbos is very difficult. And he says, he didn't say curse, but he said, I have this curse. And I say, but Hashem gave it to you. And everything Hashem gives to you is a gift from Hashem. So there must be a blessing in the curse. There must be something. So Hashem wants you to serve Him with your ADHD. You don't necessarily need to even recover from your ADHD. You just need how to work with it. Stop blaming yourself. No shame, no pressure, no guilt. Just say, this is what I'm doing. So one idea I gave him, I teach on my mindfulness course, is I teach people to meditate 3 minutes just focusing on your breath. And what really happens is after a quarter of a second your mind wanders, and then you try and bring your mind back to your breath, and then a quarter of a second your mind wanders again, and then you bring it back to your breath, mind wanders back, and it could be that you're meditating for 3 minutes and you didn't really concentrate on your breath at all, and your mind wandered 20, 30 times, and you spent the whole 3 minutes just trying to bring your mind back. And so people say to me, I failed 20 times, I failed 30 times, I failed to focus on my breath. And I said, no, exactly the opposite. You succeeded 30 times. You succeeded on bringing your attention back to your breath. So how are you looking at your life? How are you looking at your challenges? How are you looking at your failures? How are you looking at your negative character traits? Are you looking at, I'm a failure, I'm bad, or no, this is what I'm going through, this is what I'm dealing with?